I wrote down, I wanted to ask you, Finn, what was like the bridge too far, like an internal like limit in your head where you're like, all right, I'm not getting fake tits. Are you gonna fold your dick and balls up into a fake pussy?
No, I'm not doing that. I think how do you mean? Like, what's the one step too far?
Yeah, is there like a limit in your OnlyFans where you're like,
well,
yeah,
no, I want to know what's the step before it's too far. Like that's the
better
that's
question.
what I want to know.
What's the most you're willing to do?
When the thing with Belle that I had to really quickly clarify, because everyone just assumed that we fucked and that was something on OnlyFans. I can tell you that, fuck it, do you want to hear some like actual like some dollar amounts? Because it's kind of funny how it worked out.
Mm-hmm.
That Belle Delphine picture made me $50,000 posting that on Twitter.
Wow.
Like, right? And then I had to clarify. Oh yeah, and by the way, 1 month later when all those subs renew, no one stayed subs because they all thought that we fucked. We did not fuck, and I had to like make an Instagram story. It was like, I don't do porn. I'm not gonna do porn. That's not what I'm gonna do. I'm very sorry.
Are you single right now?
Yeah. Well,
oh, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know that. So
I'm all over the place, you know. So a fun thing that happens when you start an OnlyFans is that people start hitting you up for shit. Like I'll get hit up by relatively popular people that also have an OnlyFans. Dude, so some of the hottest women on earth will hit me up in my DMs and say like, "Hey, do you want to collab?" And they do porn. So that is essentially a professional business email for, "Hey, you want to fuck?" Which is cool as fuck, and I have to turn them down every time. So I'm
like, no,
you don't have to. That's not true.
That's true, but they want to film it, and like,
yeah.
You should sit. My move would always be, let's do a test run. See how we feel about each other.
That's fucked up.
Well, because I don't want to upload content if we're both not feeling it. You don't do that. So we do a test run, make sure we like each other, and then we come back around full circle and see what we think.
It's called business due diligence. I don't make any sort of business decisions without trying every way from Sunday to see how it works.
I do really love the idea. Me and a friend of mine have been joking around about the idea of like I should film something. Just get something recorded because we both really like the idea, the aesthetic of having like a USB, just a random shitty flash drive, just like with scrawled across it like sex tape, and it's worth like, I don't know how much that shit would be worth. Like I reckon I could clear like a good $500,000 to $1 million if I released the sex tape.
Any chance that you like escalate to that? Like it's Belle Delphine, right? She went ages and never showed her labia, right? Like that was like her sort of calling card until she did. And then it wasn't long before that when she was actually doing like penetrative sex. Do you think that you'll ever escalate beyond where you are now?
Oh, yeah. No, so the plan is to just keep going because it's only been a thing for like 2.5 months. So the plan is every month I'm just going to keep upping it a bit. I think it would be a bit like, it'd be like spoiling a movie if I said where I wanted it to go by X time. But yeah, no, I'll get
I respect
bigger.
it. I respect it. Yeah, get in on the ground floor, boys. Finster.
Yeah.
I need like an investor tier option.
You want to get your username into Finn's feed as much as possible. That way one day he recognizes it and he thinks, oh, I know that guy.
Maybe I'll fuck that guy.
Have a personal relationship at this point that we've built over the years.
If you give Finster $35 a month, there's a non-zero chance you'll have sex with him.
I mean, this is the secret. This is the secret that OnlyFans people don't want you to know is they want a relationship with you personally. They try to keep it under wraps, but they love it when you reach out and like
fuck it, come to their house. It's great. We love meeting you. We always fuck you. That's the rule.
What?
We always fuck you.
No,
with a claymore.
Amaranth gets up. Fuck it. If you follow Amaranth's like second account on Twitter, I think it's like every week she's like, look at this new stalker that we got on CCTV trying to break into my home. It's fucked.
Oh, yikes.
It sucks being that popular.
She's uncomfortably attractive. That's a good looking lady.
I think she's fun. Like I see her interviewed now and then, and they asked her something about her fans, and she's like, they can't really type that well with one hand. Like,
that's funny. I could not tell you what her voice sounds like. I have no idea.
Couldn't pick it out of a lineup, but I've heard.
Could not pick her voice out, but I know exactly what she looks like.
Yeah,
she's like she's been on a couple good podcasts. She's been on like all the interviews. She did Anthony Padilla.
Yeah, but I've got to listen to somebody a lot, especially if it's a woman's voice, to be able to differentiate it from other women. Don't you think that's true? Like, it's harder to differentiate women's voices from one another than it is men's. Men's seem distinctive to me.
Maybe I guess I never really given that much thought.
I guess
there's like, I mean, is this one of those like all women sound alike sort of thing? It's quite taking a step to that.
Yeah, they're all high pitched and whiny. Stop! Stop! Stop!
Ouch! Yeah, you know how women are.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, I didn't want to completely get away from though. I do want people to watch it because I think it's a fun show. It's not some AAA title. It's not fucking Breaking Bad or Game of Thrones, but it's a real fun show to watch. And I'm